My name is Four, and I've been making creepy things since I was a fat-headed little kid. I've also been poor since I was a potato-domed troll child, so with those powers combined, I discovered cheap ways to make practical effects. This is Making Crafts with Four. Fuck, I hate glitter! Hey everybody, today we are going to be playing with mold, but not the kind that kills you in your sleep, so that's good. Actually, you just need a few things for this one. Some rubber gloves to make sure the stuff doesn't get sticky on your hands, because it will. Something to stir it with. A bowl to stir it in. Whatever object you want to make the mold of, in this case, a couple of deer horns, because I want to make fake stabby deer horns for a movie I'm working on. Some cornstarch, you can get that at Walmart for about $1.60. Type 1 silicone, you can get that for about $5 roughly. A caulk gun, and that's really about all you need. First, of course, safety. You want to apply those gloves onto your hands. Also, if you are a doctor, this comes in very handy to be clean. And if anybody needs any kind of exams, I'm sure there's a joke there, but none come to mind. First thing you want to do with your caulk is cut that tip. Mazel tov. I'm not sure if that was the right term for that one, but I'm sure you got what that joke was about. Then, of course, stab your caulk multiple times down the tip to open it right up. This is how you get your caulk out. Yeah, this is always very awkward to explain. Anyway, you're going to give it a few squeezes. Here's the thing. This is kind of a thing I eyeball, really, because I never know how much caulk I need to use for my molds. Every object is different. In this case, I use about 6 good caulk squeezes, and that gives me enough. Also, when it comes to my cornstarch mixture, I never know exactly how much to use, so again, I just kind of eyeball it, but it's always good to get quite a bit in there. You can always add some to it later. You just want to make sure you get enough in there that when you start mixing it together, you end up getting a dough-like mixture. So it's going to be like Play-Doh when it's done, is what you want, because otherwise it'll be way too sticky, and applying it might be more complicated, where it'll end up sticking more to your glove as opposed to sticking to the object you're trying to make the mold of. Can be quite frustrating, I might add. So you just keep kneading it like dough, like you're going to bake a cake, but you wouldn't want to eat this. This is also only a 2-part mixture. Also do this in a very well ventilated area, because this stuff smells absolutely horrifying. It will it'll make you pass out. So here we are, just applying the mixture to the deer horn, and lo and behold, surprise, I did not get enough cornstarch in my mixture, and as I just literally said, it is sticking more to my glove and becoming quite a pain to work with. Yeah, so hey, we can count that as a failure. However, not all is lost. Just apply a little more cornstarch, as you see here, and ta-da, all crisis averted. Now, as awkward as this part here might seem, I promise I am gaining no joy in this. I'm simply making sure that this is smooth, so I get the best quality mold possible. Very awkward moment, but yeah, just smoothing that out is all I'm doing, I promise. But there we have it, our mold. And now on to part 2, the demolding process. After about 30 minutes, roughly, usually I let it set for about an hour, I find a good place to start on one side, take my cutting tool, be very careful, and cut in a zigzag form, a nice smooth single cut down one side. Be very careful again, because one slip up here and I very easily would have had to go to the hospital and get stitches, or get a finger reattached, because it is not the easiest to cut through necessarily, but it is a firm yet rubbery material at this point. The cornstarch gives it a much firmer texture than just regular silicone. though it is still quite rubbery and easy to work with. Repeat this process to the other side. Make sure you can feel the object that you're cutting, and try to get it as even on the side as you can. And the reason you are doing the zigzag shape is as you demold it and will remold it, you're going to need a way to make sure that the sides match up perfectly. If it's a straight line, you risk the chance of not matching it quite perfectly, even if you think you do. But if it's in a zigzag shape, it has to fit like a puzzle piece together to guarantee that it is in fact correctly attached to each other. So in basics, demolding it is just as simple as pulling out the object and making sure all your cuts are nice and neat, and voila. If you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, please like and subscribe the channel. Hit that bell icon for updates. Feel free to share this with your film buddies or anybody you might think would enjoy it. And thanks for watching.